Peace, family. Welcome. This is Dr. Kia Pruitt. I hope everybody's doing well. Chime in. Let us know how you're doing. Tell us where you're hailing from. Come on in the room. Chime in. Let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully, you can hear me. So, today is Thursday, July the 10th, 2025, and the time is 2:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check in and let us know where you're hailing from, family. I had connected something to my StreamYard so that you all can hear background music, but I don't think you can hear it. So since the background music did not play, let me do something for you. Yes, yes, I see you all chiming in. Check in, family. Come on in the room. So good to see everybody. Happy Thursday. So today we're going to have a brief live stream where Chief Mac is going to talk to us about what's going on behind the scenes, just briefly. And I want to tell you how we can usher in the peace and prosperity for which we've been waiting. Okay. And at some point, I'm going to have a special guest to come and talk to us about the power that we have to create 5D or any higher dimensions that we determine this in spite of what's going on around us. So I'm looking forward to her coming on. She hasn't said yes yet, but I'm manifesting her to say yes, to come on and talk to us again about ushering in the peace and prosperity for which we have been waiting, because it's been a long time that we've been at war, literally, with these beings that have controlled the planet. And so that's something that I really want us to understand and overstand, family, that we talk about President Donald Trump, we talk about people, human beings, different leaders, but literally there is a war that's going on that's a lot bigger, excuse me for what's on this, than what we know and what we see with our eyes. But first, let me see if I can get this in for you. I'm waiting on Chief Mac to come in. And family, I'm going to be doing this for some time, just a short period of time, podcasting, um, just until everybody's on the same page. But at some point, I want to stop podcasting because I'm going to pivot into helping the Soul Tribe create humanitarian projects for humanity, because it's time. It's time for us to stop focusing on 3D once we usher in peace and prosperity, this whole beautiful reality, and rebuild something new, something beautiful, and something amazing. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm going to do. So there's going to come a time when I'm just going to have to step away from all this. I'm trying to show you all something, but it's not showing. Hold on 1 minute. And we're waiting for Chief Mac to come in. So while you all are coming in, we know everybody's at work, so we don't want to keep you on long. One of the reasons, again, that I want to get as much information out as I can is because we are quickly ushering in this time of peace and prosperity. And I am ready to be done with 3D. I'm ready to be done with war, rumors of wars, what this politician is doing, what that person is doing. I am so ready for it all to be over. So I am going to actually uh, work with you all. So I'm calling in at this moment all of the prayer warriors. We're calling in all of the, what else? The, listen, people don't like hearing this, but seers, the, uh, the people that know how to conjure up joy and peace, people, you all that are spiritualists, priests, women who work magic, magicians. I'm calling in the witches, the warlocks, everybody. I'm calling in everybody and asking all of us to come in and unite our energies and our gifts to finish this war and to usher in peace and prosperity for humanity, because humanity is ready, family. People are tired. We've been acting like, because of our conditioning, we've been acting like we don't have power, but we do have power. We have the power to usher in this peace and prosperity. Okay, so this is a call for all humanity to come in and bring in this peace and prosperity. Family, I hope you enjoyed that. That is the shofar. It's a part of our Hebrew tradition to blow the shofar whenever we're gathering the people, when we're making an announcement, whether it's announcement for war, announcement for celebration or jubilee, a wedding. It's also an announcement to usher in the presence of consciousness or universal wisdom, God, source, prime creator, however you see the one. And as you can see, those vibrations resonate with the different parts of your body, and it brings you peace in your mind. It calms your spirit, but it also lets you know that it's time to come together or to convene for a very, very important meeting. Family, we have been at war. We have been at war for a very long time. And so this is a call from Dr. Kia Pruitt, the mama, big mama, and Chief Mac, for us to come together collectively with our consciousness and bring about an end to what we've seen, witnessed, and experienced in the 3D, because we have power to end it. And this is the secret that the beings that have enslaved the planet does not want us to know, that we have source living within us, and we have the power as being God and part of God to end the war that these beings have declared on us using their technology, encapsulating us in a dome, using their floods and weather manipulation. All of this, their poisons in the water, food, air, their manipulation of our DNA to cause us to descend from our godness and godship and kingship. They've manipulated our DNA and allowed us to not live as long as we used to live. But we're putting an end to that today. Having said that, family, let's bring in Chief Mac. I hope you all have all come in. This is the Soul Tribe call. We did our best to try to show you the theme song, and I connected it to the StreamYard, but again, we're at war. So oftentimes what happens is I'll try to present something to you all and I'll have a hard time doing it. And I apologize for that. I have a hard time doing it because we're at war. Give me 1 minute. Sorry about that. Give me 1 minute before I bring in Chief Mac, please. Hold on. For all those that haven't joined yet, come on in the room. I'll give you 30 more seconds.
Dr. Kia Pruitt, shining wisdom's light, teaching soul tribe how to see through the night. Ancient scriptures and bloodlines she knows, spreading.
Sorry, Chief. I'm having some technical difficulties. Hold on, Chief.
Dr. Kia Pruitt, shining wisdom's light, teaching soul tribe how to see through the night. ancient scriptures and bloodlines she knows, spreading truth wherever she goes. Soul Tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. Through her channel, knowledge flows, breaking chains that hold us close, teaching paths to abundance and wealth, guiding others to free themselves. Soul Tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. From currencies to investments divine, she's helping her tribe to realign with wisdom, ancient and new, showing what we all can do. Soul Tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia shows the way to a brighter, freer day. Soul Tribe rising, hear her call, raising vibrations for one and all. Dr. Kia lights the way to a new and brighter day.
Welcome, Chief.
That was absolutely beautiful.
Welcome, Chief. Thank you, Chief. Chief Mack, we were discussing today, we've been discussing this for some time now, and you told me it is the time to bring the attention to the Soul Tribe, bring to their attention what's been going on beyond what our eyes can see, and to let us know where we go from here and how we can change our reality. I do want to address someone in the chat, and I'm so glad that they said this is KRJ says, Kia, you cannot mix good and evil. Magic is evil. And I do understand and I understand that if magic is evil for you, that's exactly what it is. It's all perception. You create your reality. You create definitions, terminology. So don't practice it. Magic for me is a beautiful way that people of my ancestry have used their gifts, divination, and spiritual abilities to stop wars and to bring in and usher in peace and prosperity. So it's all about perception. And having said that, thank you all for joining the chat. We have almost 350 people in the chat. Welcome, Soul Family members. And now I'll turn you back over into the hands of Chief Mack.
I want to start off saying that all praises to our Heavenly Father, the Great Spirit, the Holy One, the Ancient of Days. Because we wouldn't be here today. I am so humble. I am so grateful. I am so honored.
Yes.
I was chosen. You was chosen. And we in the Soul Tribe was chosen to be here, not only doing a worldwide reset, but a universal reset.
Yes, sir.
And so, with tremendous change, with in this great reset comes total chaos. And so we're at war, guys. And if you guys, since I've been on these social media platforms, I have pushed unity, love, honor, and respect. Even though when you do that, you have people try to tarnish your name, to allow you try to cause chaos in your life. But when you are divinely guided and protected, everything that the enemy wished for you, just the opposite happens. As you share my life, I have total abundance in my health, in my wealth, in my appearance. When you are divinely guided and protected, it's because you have been mandated. You hadn't been born, you were sent. And many of you here have been sent to be that help, to be that savior of your family, to remove those constraints of that generational curse off of your family. So this is some deep stuff, guys. It is deep. The race is not given to those who are rushing, but to those who endure to the end. This is no situation that you can rush and rush and rush. But to move in honor, I'll say that to tell you, to those of you, when you deal with me, when you deal with dear Sister Kia, deal with us with honor and respect. Because we're in that time right now where you don't know today is going to be your last day. We are messengers. That's who we are. We are messengers sent to give you the financial forecast and the forecast that's happening in the world. Some of us have been given the gift to see these things, guys. And I'm telling you that the war is covert. We are at war right now. I told and I explained to many of you guys about 4 or 5 days ago, I made a clip. And I said that the water reservoirs were being opened on the public. Many of you are still left as citizens. When I say citizens sit in, and you're under the jurisdiction of this beach system. The best way for protection until you're able to free yourself from that is to operate in love, honor, and respect. In other words, utilize the fruits of the spirits. Because when you use the fruits of the spirit, then you can call the ancestors. That many of you call angels. These are just allegorical names. You can call on the ancestor, the Great Spirit, and you can summon them to protect you and your family.
And it's interesting, right quick, Chief, this is something we've been told is evil, that we can't call on our ancestors, but yet Christians, and I'm from the Christian tradition as well as Hebrew, we called on Jesus, who was an ancestor to some people. So I just wanted to say briefly that this is something that many of us in our bloodline and our ancestors, we did. Our families, we called on ancestors for help because they're still alive. They've just transitioned to another reality. And I'll yield the floor back to you, Chief.
Our ancestors don't transition.
Okay.
They transition.
Say it again.
They don't transition. They transcend.
Woo! I love it. I love it. I love it.
There's no death, but a rebirth. They transcend. And when they pass the test, they don't have to repeat this hell. So they're on the other side. And they can only intervene It's when they see that you have graduated, when you have gotten rid of all the hate, the envy, the malice, and the jealousy in your heart. Because way too many people on this thread still have that shit in your fucking heart. Excuse my French. Because I can tell when I talk to you. And I'm angry because at this late hour, you guys still have that messiness in you, when now you can call forth your inheritance and your abundance to not only happen for you, but to happen for your family. I'm a passionate guy, and it always been. I don't look like what I've been through. And I had to grow through that so that I could see and have a heart of humility. Because way too many of you have an evil eye towards your brother and sister. And I've been telling you, this ain't about how smart you think you are. It's not about that. These kind of people are transitioning instead of transcending every day. Look at the death that's happening around you. And we're at a war right now, a great war right now, and they're using in the way of, in the form of weather modification.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got, for those of you who don't know, they got a heart. They have a technology that can control the weather. Didn't that script told that you guys read that script that you call the Bible, and it's scripted out. They took our ancient wording and technologies and they're using it against us. Listen, when I say our ancestors, that's just another way of saying the holy angels, man, for you religious freaks. The Bible is an allegorical book that has been tremendously plagiarized, okay? Which means they put some truth in that to pass the lies that they're putting there so they can give their God the glory. Because our God is not a jealous God. He don't have to be. The Great Spirit don't have any reason to be jealous when you run it all. There's no reason to be jealous.
Yeah, so the beings that control the planet, they've created technology, paradigms, and programs for us, not only just to manipulate weather, but to manipulate our minds, to cause us to have low vibrational thoughts and behaviors and emotions.
And all stem from lack. All stem from lack. So, just so you know, in Texas, I made a post about 5 or 6 days ago saying that I first did a post about the so-called what happened in Las Vegas when those light poles came down. Mm-hmm. And they came down in a controlled manner, like dominoes. You go to my page, I'm going to post a lot of stuff to my page today. I had a guy that from my hometown. He always tried to come up against me because that's that malice and jealousy right there. And saying that, oh, God is doing this, and this, you don't know what you're talking about. And then I post that post, and I slowed everything up and showed him how those poles fell systematically, and there wasn't a sand, no sand was blowing, and no wind was blowing. And you don't have the ability to think. They took your ability to do independent critical thinking away, because if the wind was strong enough to knock down those poles, wooden poles, the wind had to be at least 300 miles an hour to knock, or above, to knock down poles, wooden poles. But the trees wasn't blowing. That's enough wind that's strong enough to pull off the rooftops. Okay? You just keep on crash, no debris. If you got 300 close to knock those poles down, you need to have down there close to 400 miles an hour wind. Do that. And that's enough wind to snatch off rooftops and send them everywhere. To drag cars across the street. If the wind was that strong to knock down those poles, you should have seen that. You should see any trash, debris. It's just been trash all over the Las Vegas, everywhere. But people, that media is the sorcery and the witchcraft and the voodoo that's used on the gullible masses. You believe everything that television says. But I'm glad that the Creator got people like us who are going to bring you fruits of the Spirit, who are going to bring you the truth. They messed up when they allowed the people to have a voice. And every time they try to use the technology that was given us in the righteous way and use it against our demise, the righteous and those who were called and mandated bring you the truth. So I'm
Let
going
me
to say,
ask you this. Sorry,
go ahead.
Chief, let me ask you. So you're saying there was some weather manipulation in Las Vegas. And what else is going on to let us know that the war is very real and present?
Yes,
But after we talk about all that's going on, then we're going to talk about how to get out of it. But
yes.
go ahead, Chief. What else is going on? Because I haven't been, you know,
Well,
haven't
I,
been
I
active. I've
yeah,
been with my
yeah,
family and doing other things.
right, and me too as well.
Hmm.
I made a post about 5 days ago, and I said
Okay.
that there's going to continue to be more floods. And here it is right now.
Hmm.
You have more floods happening. And now I just saw a post today where the guy said he found out that in Texas, all of the dams have been compromised in Texas. So if you live in near a 20-mile radius of any dam or water reservoir or anything like that, chances are you can expect to be flooded. I knew this
Mm.
because I worked in one of these situations before doing Hurricane Harvey. I found out I was one of the guys that were called to keep order. I got sent to there's a particular, for those of you in Houston, there's a hotel that's connected to your mall out there. So they paid for my trip to come out there, and when I got to the hotel, I when we came down to be briefed,
Mm.
I came down into this whole area that was secluded from anybody else to be in there, and we were going to be briefed on what they had planned on doing to the people who had been flooded out.
Mm.
When I got down there, it looked like I was down there with special ops, with military rifles and ARs and guns. I'm saying, what in the hell? Are we
Mm.
at war?
Mm.
No. They were sent here to war against the people. Found out that the water reserves, well, and this for entertainment purposes, found out that the water reserve in Houston was opened up on its residents. And they shut down the drainage. So that's why the water is pressed so high, because they shut down the drainage and open up the water reserves. And this is what they're doing across America. And you guys are still
Mm.
operating at hate.
Somebody said it's happened in Texas, New Mexico, and North Carolina,
It's happening all over. Mexico,
and and fires in California. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
the fires are all planned and started. They got these laser machines that which stand for direct energy weapons. Guys, you don't understand. For those of you who are on it and you're hearing me for the first time, clean your house up. That's why I keep on saying that, because it can come to you. The bars of the Bible said 10,000 may fall to your left, to your right, but it won't touch the anointed ones. But clean your house up, because it could be you. I don't care how smart you think you are. I don't care how big your social media platform is, and none of that crap. There's too many people who are arrogant and haughty and think these social media platforms can make you bigger than what you really are in your head. I'm nothing, but I'm something because the Great Spirit chose me. And I have that humility in my heart. And I care and I love people. So much to the point that I have to guard myself from some sucker-free people. Because you can try Jesus, but you're not going to try me.
Hey,
I don't
Chief,
play
you were
games.
no, no, absolutely, and I know that you are a warrior, and you more likely have been a warrior in several past lives, uh, and,
I have.
and you are in touch too with your old self or your former self and your future self. Having said that, you were talking about resets and how there have been several human resets on this planet. Can you speak a little bit about that? What does that mean?
I've been taking you guys on a journey for the past 2 years, a journey, and I have posted on my page. Uh, and once upon a time in the distant past, there were titans that walked the earth. When I
Hmm.
say titans, a titan means big, robust, gigantic, huge, mega. There were there were beings that walked this earth that were over 2 miles tall.
Mm,
I've been
mm,
told. That's what the mountains are. The mountains just not rocks sticking up. They're these giant beings, whether they're animals or beings that walk the earth. That was a technology that came. It's called petrification,
Yes.
which means they froze in place. So when you see these movies, Harry Potter and all these movies, and you see these people talking, all of a sudden they freeze and turn to stone right away. That's true. That's true. Jack and the Beanstalk. That stuff is true. There are trees that grew 7 miles in the air. But what changed? Could it have changed because the firmament closed us in? And this is the reason why they call the Earth a prison planet. Because we're in prison. We're actually in a giant Super Bowl surrounded by water. This is why they call the last game of the year the Super Bowl. They got the dome. The football dome has 4 corners, and they have a dome, and people are inside that playing the game. Don't even know that they're playing it.
Are you also alluding to the fact that this planet, this plane in which we're living, is covered by a dome?
A glass dome, clear dome, and the reason the sky is blue because there's water on the other side of it.
Wow.
There's water, and that's where they get diamonds from. When they shoot these rockets in the air, they're trying to punch a hole through it for to free themselves out of this prison. All it does is bounce off of it, and bits and pieces of that glass falling out of the ground, and that's where they get diamonds from. That's why a diamond is the hardest rock known to man, because it's bits and pieces of firmament. And it don't be nobody inside the rockets. They just make you think people can land on the moon when the moon is just a light. Can't land on this. It's a light. Now there's several different moons out there. There's several different suns out there, and the sun is closer to the earth, causing those ice walls are melting.
Yes, they are.
And
On the other side, beyond the dome,
yeah, there are other life sources, and there are other land masses beyond the dome, the ice wall. So they're melting. So our world is getting ready to be enlarged. And our world. And these entities in skin suits have closed us off from what we had free range to travel to. And there are no aliens coming to the earth when they're already here already. They're here already. You realize what type of world we live in, you'll realize that there is no hell nobody's going to when you're already in it. I'm sorry you have been indoctrinated with religion. Religion is part of the soul trap. So I'm here to tell people to clean your hearts up. And at the same time, while that's happening, while they're trying to create all this chaos, and start happening on July 1st, July 4th, it caused chaos. On July 4th, something incredible happened.
Okay.
That transfer of wealth, setting up of the transfer of wealth for those who are not put in fear, because fear keeps progression from happening. Fear stops progression from happening. So they caused all this chaos in July. All of a sudden, all this stuff is going on in July, right? Because July is going to be the month of overflow. For those of us who have set ourselves up in a righteous way, where not only we would be able to benefit from it, but our great, 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 great grandchildren, even the children who hadn't been born into the system, we are set up in trust to make sure that when we transcend, that trust is a brand new identity, living being, to make sure that the wishes in that trust, make sure that your children's children are taken care of. And that's why operating trust is not only a physical thing, but a spiritual thing as well. That's not what it is. That's why they call so much, because you change your identity from being alive with a dead man's account to a living man's account. They have no control over the living. That's why they have to artificially put you 6 feet under. They had to artificially do that because they can't deal with the live living man, because the live living man and woman belongs to the Most High. So this stuff important is it. There's so many different aspects to operating the trust, which I've been doing. So when you talk to a man like that, you get me on the phone. I don't want to be on the phone with everybody. If you pay a consultation fee for me, there are no refunds on nothing. So don't play games when you deal with me. There are no refunds on anything. You're going to learn to, when you make a decision, stick with it. If you get on that phone, we talk to me, and you realize my time, I am a very resourceful man. The information that comes to me of the Great Spirit just open up things to me. What type of work
Hmm.
we live in. So if you get me on the phone, take advantage of it. There are no refunds on anything. We're not going to play games like that.
No, this is a very serious thing to teach people how to be free. Like,
Yes.
to operate in trust, as you're saying. To Can you speak a little bit, as a matter of fact, what does it mean to operate in trust, whether it be a spiritual aspect or financial, however you feel led to speak on it?
Operating in honor.
Mm,
That's what trust means. You,
okay.
can you trust me? Let's operate
Mm,
in honor. This is why you have to have a successor trustee. It's all about teaching you to stop acting like baboons and monkeys. That's why public and private doesn't mix, because you got people still operate like monkeys and baboons toward each other, like animals and wild animals. And that's why I say
mm,
everybody can't handle this information, because you guys still have people operate with anger, hate, malice, and envy. And when you operate in trust, there's no need to hide that. So if I talk to you on the phone, I'm basically reading you, because I can read people. I can read that hidden malice and envy, jealousy that you have in your heart, and it comes out. And you're gonna mess out. You're gonna mess out because uh, I talk to people worldwide, all over the whole
mm,
whole world. And when you have yourself set up in trust on the foundation, many of us are going to be able to come together in trust and put our finance together and start healing Mother Earth.
mhm.
Just today, I talked to a gentleman today, and his spirit was so. It's a strong possibility he and I may be related, because his people are from the same town my people are from in Mississippi.
Wow.
On at least 20 acres of land. And when I talked to him, I was able, through my business understanding and savvy, this man
Mm,
has cows, bulls, donkeys, horses,
wow.
chickens, goats. This man she said he got some of the eggs he's hatching the chickens right now. I said, do you realize this man has about 12 grandchildren and a host of children? I said, do you
Wow.
realize how wealthy you are?
Hmm.
So what if many of us had our foundational trust, and we have our inheritance given to us, and we can partner up with this gentleman? I got $500,000 on it. I got $1 million on it, and we can buy livestock. And for those of us that still eat meat, he said that the, his steaks from his livestock are so sweet and taste pure because they eating fresh grass. And then the story says the meat tastes so different because when you unalive animals, and the animals have a certain fear that hit them, and that adrenaline hits their bloodstream, that meat is tainted.
Mm,
And all of these livestock are being unalived the wrong way, so that they tense up like that, and it turns the meat. It makes the meat acidic when it happens. So there's some incredible things for those of you who have actually gotten the trust from me. At the time, I want you guys to reach out to me, because certain people, when your spirit is right, we're going to be able to invest. We're going to be able to invest in each other. With this gentleman, he has about 20 acres in a particular area. For those of you who I talk to directly, who are a part of the Soul Tribe, or Dr. C's private class, that information will be given to you guys.
all right.
Where it's a particular location in the United States where they got land going for cheap. They basically giving the land away, and you can get this land there. And the man said he has a well. He might be listening now. He has a water well where he can produce clean, hundreds and thousands of clean, pure water, and it refills itself in this particular area in the United States. So I'm prepared to do business with this, guys. And those of you who operate in a righteous way, we are prepared to do business. We're prepared to build a school on that land, and we can take young men and women and teach you how to farm, how to grow greens, tomatoes, onions, the whole nine. This is what time we're in while they're pushing fear. So it's no time to operate with hate, malice, and envy and jealousy in your heart, because all of us have an inheritance in us.
Hmm.
We're fortunate that we have Dr. Kia, who have
Thank
helped
you.
out
Thank
countless
you.
of people giving the financial forecast for people to be able to make the last minute decisions at the 11th hour, adjustments for us to make certain investments that not only benefits us, but that benefits our great grandchildren in trust. There's no need to have hate and envy and malice in your heart toward your brothers and sisters. There's no need for that. And if you still have it, then you're gonna miss it. Our celestial family is coming here. I'm gonna post just in December. I'll post something where they show what they call it comets. They're not comets. Those are our celestial family coming to Earth. They said they got at least 3 or 4 more clips of people record just in Mississippi. It happened again in Mississippi, which is up in Lower Egypt.
Hmm.
So people who hear this for the first time, because you so-called black folks, you're not black walking around with brown skin. We are the ancient Egyptians. So when Dr. Kidd said magic, they gave it the word magic to make you think it's evil, but they're using what they took from us and our ancestors on us. And they turned it into religion and got you given a praise and a worship to a being that if you knew who you was giving it to, you would be shit scary. Learn gematria and you'll find out what words mean. Words have a number to it. Each letter have a number. And when you add these letters up and it gives you a certain total number, add it up, you're going to start seeing that certain words you call up mean the same thing. Add up JC and Lucifer and see what those numbers add up to. Total it out and see what they add up to. I'm not a religious man. I'm a man of truth. I don't even like to be called spiritual because I see some people calling themselves spiritual who give it a bad name. I'm a man of truth and honor. And one thing I will not do, I will not lie on anybody. It's one of the most wickedest things you can ever do. And there are people out here lying on people on these social media platforms and they got hell to pay. I wouldn't do. Yeah.
I wouldn't. Excuse me 1 minute. I want to address how some of us have had malice, envy, anger, hatred, jealousy stored in our consciousness and in our bodies. And so we project that out to the world. So, audience, I want to, family, I want to ask you to listen to me right here. Okay. I want you to think about any bad experiences that maybe you are angry, maybe you have hatred, maybe you have malice or whatever in your heart. I want to do a little technique with you. I want you to, number one, acknowledge that you have certain feelings in your heart. We all have been victims of abuse, manipulation, whether manipulation, technology, evil, wickedness. We all been victims of something on this earth plane. Okay. So no judgment. I've been victim too. Okay. Acknowledge that it's there. It's in our heart. We've experienced it. Now I want to ask you to, let's start with this first technique. So say you got, for me, I didn't trust people. So I'm going to say I didn't trust people. So think about whatever it is that you struggle with. Ask yourself, how old was untrusting? How old is jealousy? How old is hatred? How old is spiteful? If you can attach an age to it, your unconscious and subconscious self will tell you, and it's usually attached to a younger you. So for me, not trusting people, that age was about 5. So I'm going to ask you, how old was envy? How old was malice? How old was jealousy? Okay. I want you to think about that. What occurred in your life in this third dimension that caused you to have that feeling? Now we know about the technology and the evil and all that, the disease, but in your personal life, what happened at that age? So for me, it was age 5. My father wasn't there. He left or whatever. So now I don't trust people. Okay. Or as I got older, I didn't trust people. So how old is that feeling? Think about that. Now, you can close your eyes if you want to. How old is pain? What age is misery? What age is jealousy? What age is hurt? and anger. Now, think about a symbol. If you were to give it a symbol, what would that symbol look like? 5-year-old. For me, it was a rabbit that was shuddering. What's your symbol of pain? What if you were to give it a character symbol, what would it look like? Now, I want you to place that symbol in your left hand. This is you, age whatever, feeling this emotion. You gave it a symbol. And now I want you to think about in your right hand, your future self, your happy self, your self-actualized self. What attributes does your self-actualized self, your evolved self, what attributes does it have? Picture it in your mind. It's in your right hand. Okay. Now, what will your self-actualized, highly evolved self say to the scared, angry, hurt, pain, whatever individual over here in your left hand? What would this self-actualized self say to this self? Think about it. My highly evolved self is Mama Kia saying to the scared 5-year-old that looks like a shattering rabbit, it's going to be okay. You're going to make it. You're going to make it. Now, what is the hurt person, the hurt child saying to the evolved person? You. My hurt 5-year-old child, inner child that didn't have a father is crying out to the highly evolved Mama Kia saying, I'm lonely. I never had a father to hold me. I never knew what it felt like. I just want to be held. I just want to be loved. So this scared rabbit that's 5 years old, that's in fear, that doesn't trust people, is now talking to the evolved Kia over here, saying, I'm scared. That's the symbol, the rabbit shaking. Now, what symbol do you give in your right hand, the evolved you? This symbol over here in my right hand is a loving, nurturing mama figure, a loving, nurturing Mama Kia. Okay, the scared rabbit, Mama Kia. Now, you gave the symbol over here, the part of you that's lacking, that's struggling, that's in pain, that's jealous or whatever. Put a symbol to it. It's in your left hand. Literally hold out your hand. Put that attribute, that symbol in your hand, your left hand, and talk to your right hand, the evolved you. And remember the symbol here in the left hand, the young you, the evolved you here in the right hand, the symbol here. So my scared rabbit and my mama figure right here. Now, I want you to close your eyes. You got a symbol in your left hand and a symbol in your right hand. Close your eyes. And I want you to slowly put those symbols together and clasp your hand in a prayer position and sit there. Sit there. What do you see? What do you feel? What's the symbol you have now in your consciousness? For me, is Big Mama Kia holding the scared, fragile, shaking rabbit that's crying and fearful, holding and coddling it. The evolved me is saying to the scared, afraid me, I got you. It's going to be all right. We made it. I love you. I'm here for you.
Hallelujah. Glory.
I'm holding you. It's just you and me. Sit with that feeling. Talk to your evolved self. Imagine that symbol. Feel it. Feel it. Sit there. When you're ready, slowly come to an awareness that it's all right. Open up your eyes. Think about that. How did that feel? Okay. No judgment. It's okay. It's going to be all right. We all have endured pain. We've all have gone through something. You don't want to just get rid of that part of you that's been in pain. You want to acknowledge her. You want to acknowledge him. And your evolved you is now holding that other side, that other part of you, and embracing you. Okay? It's all right. Let me know in the comments section. What does your evolved self look like? And what is your evolved self saying to the fragile, hurt part of you? Let us know in the comments section. Another thing you can do is you can look at your less evolved self and hold him or hold her in your mind's eye, or you can literally hold yourself and say, I know we've been through so much. This is your evolved self talking to the fragile part. We've been through so much. I thank you for letting me know what we've been through and experiencing it. I acknowledge it and I love you with everything in me. Okay? The distrust because your father wasn't there, the anger because God, you feel like God took your mom away too soon, the pain because you had to struggle with no money for so long. I acknowledge you. The bitterness, the anger, whatever. I acknowledge you and I'm holding you so close. I love you. But the old you, we don't need anymore. Okay? The bitterness, the anger, we don't need those attributes anymore. I got you. Okay? It's a new day. Kiss yourself, hold yourself, and say it's a new day. So all that bitterness or whatever that was attributed to the old self, it's over now. Bye-bye. And you coming into the newness of life. Okay? Majesty says, you're touching me, still struggling without an entire family. So I want you to remember that you can literally talk to that part of you that's hurting and address what that part of you is going through because it's real. It's real. Okay? Address it, acknowledge it. But let your small self, the hurting you, the pain for you, whatever, that young you, the inner child that's crying out, let that part of you know, I got you. We're going to be all right. A third thing I want to introduce to you is transcending your thoughts, okay? Because we had been living in a 3D reality where so much pain, war, chaos, division, and all that. I want you to time jump and I want you to start saying, I remember when. I remember when there was war on planet Earth, but now it's no more war. I remember when there was disease on the planet, but it's no more disease. I remember when presidents were fighting each other, but it's not happening anymore. Like literally be delusional, delulu, okay? Because the third D has collapsed. If you say it's over, it's over. I remember when people were fighting because there was like religious divisions and all that, but now everybody's living in peace. I remember when there was some struggling, but now there's prosperity. And then I want you to go even higher than that and time jump to a higher dimension and says, man, I remember that day when I finally heard that the global transition had happened. I remember the day of having gold literally locked up in the vaults in my house. And I want you to literally think about that. I remember when I got the call that it's time to go to the bank and exchange my currencies. I felt so happy. I was so elated. I was so overjoyed that I went out and I bought a house and I bought a car and then I bought some ships. Then I did business with the Soul Tribe. Like, talk like that. We did businesses together. We created compounds where people could live on there for free. I remember that. And we had stores and we were doing bartering. We were bartering with gold. We were bartering with silver. I remember that. Wow. And that was so happy. Such a joyful time. And now we have evolved to the timeline where we're actually trading with extraterrestrials. Like, this is phenomenal. I'm serious. Like, this is amazing, this reality. And you keep talking like that. I remember the feeling of having joy, you know, when I woke up in the morning, because there were gold plates and gold cups and gold silver, utensils for me to eat out of. Like, literally, what you're doing is you're tricking your mind to overcome and collapse the 3D, and you're time jumping into 5D. So every morning from this day forward, I commission you to wake up and say, I am so happy and grateful that the RV has happened. Really, I am so happy and grateful that I have gold now. Every morning when you wake up, I am so happy and grateful that the whole planet is liberated now. I am so happy and grateful that my family is getting along with each other. I am so happy and grateful that we're trading with diamonds and gold all across the planet. I am so happy and grateful that I'm laying beside the husband of my dreams. I am so happy and grateful that my wife came back. I am so happy and grateful that life is amazing. Every morning when you wake up, I am so happy and grateful that everybody's healed. I am so happy and grateful that I can fly now. You see? Because what you're doing is you are transcending, as Chief Mac taught us, 3D and going into other dimensions. Because your consciousness is that powerful. You're connected to the one, to source. You are the God and creator of your reality. Okay, however you perceive the world is what's true for you. War doesn't happen anymore. No more. Be delusional. I don't care. It's not happening anymore. We're free. Hallelujah.
Lord.
We're free. We're liberated. We're overjoyed. If all of us, when all of us come to that realization that now we're free and now we're rich and now we're prosperous and now we're living in unity and now we're living in love and now we're living in a high vibrational multiverse, that is what's real for us. As soon as we come to that awareness, because the law of assumption says whatever you assume to be true is what is true for you. So Assume that you're rich. Assume that you're free. Assume and know that you're prosperous. And let me tell you what will happen. Now that you assume and know that you're rich and prosperous, that's what's going to happen. That's what you're going to see. But if you only think about and focus on war, and basing reality, so-called reality, on the past, that's what's going to continue to multiply in your life. It doesn't happen anymore. It's gone. It's over. We've reached a new dimension, a new reality full of love and joy and peace. And I don't care what the news says. I don't even care what Donald Trump says. I don't care what Netanyahu says. I don't care what anybody says that speaks against my new perception and reality on life.
Yeah.
We're now rich. We're now prosperous. We're now living in abundance because abundance is your birthright. All the old stuff no longer served. In fact, it didn't even happen. It didn't happen. I don't care. It didn't happen. All I see is beauty and love and joy and peace. And that's why you haven't seen me that much on the internet, because I'm living an amazing life, wearing my gold, doing my yoga, my exercises.
Praise. Come on now.
Buying up more gold and silver. Because in my reality, I'm rich. Time jump, family. We have now entered in the golden era. Live like it. Remember, when you wake up, you can even start right now. I am so happy and grateful that I'm living in abundance. I am so happy and grateful that my bank is full of money. I am so happy and grateful that my coffers are filled with gold. Keep walking, living like that. Anybody that's going against that reality, you have to shut that off in your mind. You still love them, but you shut it off. You shut it off. Now, there will come a time when I'll bring somebody on who's very good at manifestation that will help us continually time jump into higher dimensions and experience this wealth and this joy and prosperity about which I'm speaking. I spoke to my daughter the other day and she said, "What is going on? What's going on with you, Mom?" She was like, "Where's so-and-so?" She just could have sworn I must have had some great sex because I'm just so happy. She's like, "Well, who you been with? Like, what? Who is this new woman? Like, what's going on?" I was like, "I'm just so happy about this prosperity I just received. I'm just so happy and grateful that I'm living with the love of my life. I'm just so happy and grateful that everybody's rich now. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm healthy. And I'm living it when I'm doing my yoga. I'm thinking about it. I'm just relishing and, the joy. I'm rolling over in the gold in my life while I'm on the mat doing my exercises, my flows and my mantras. Like, I am really living in another reality. I am delusional with joy. I'm delusional that I have all the money that I need and more. I'm just so happy and grateful that we're all thriving on such high dimensions that all we talk about is wealth, prosperity, love, kindness. I'm just so thankful that we're all making love to the loves of our lives. I don't care what sex the love of your life is. Don't judge me. I'm just happy that you're having some good sex. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. It's good for your chakras. It's good for your spirit and your soul. Go make love to somebody. And even if you're broken up and your special person is no longer there, I want you to say, my special person is here. I'm just so happy and grateful that my special person is here right now. I'm so happy and grateful that my special person is going to call me. I'm happy and grateful that he actually called me. And I don't care if somebody says you're delusional, nobody called you, nobody's going to call you, you don't have anybody. You say, oh, yes, I do have somebody. And you literally live like it. Okay. So this is what I want to present to the soul family. You have power to usher in the reality that you desire. No more waiting on Trump or the aliens or nobody, because this is what the beings that enslaved that used to, I heard of a story that there was a planet that was enslaved. I heard that these beings were after the God source that's in us people that they call humans. That's what I heard. They were after that because they didn't have it. And then the people woke up. Great story that I heard that used to happen at some time period. I remember hearing that story. Okay. But the people woke up and realized that they were God and they created their realities. So that all of a sudden, money just started flowing in their accounts. All of a sudden, everything that had been taken away from, there's something they used to say, there was some birth certificate bonds or something. That's what the story I heard. Birth certificate bonds that were attached to a trust or something like that. And then they just woke up and said, I don't need that. I'm powerful. And then you know what? Whatever these birth certificate bonds and all these treasury and stuff that was locked up, it just unlocked. I remember hearing that story. Very good, fascinating story that I heard. I remember that. But now we're living in abundance and joy. And that's why when my daughter said, what's happening to you? I was able to say, my reality, like I'm just thriving. I'm just so wealthy. I don't know what to do. I just can't stop laughing. Literally, I couldn't stop laughing last night about how much good sex I'm getting and how much money I have and how much wealth I have and how my family is thriving and getting along with you. Like I'm just the Lulu family with joy. I want to bring somebody to come to the family to tell more about that, because it is amazing once you unlock that part of yourself and literally start seeing people in a good light. And literally, when you know and see people in a good light, that's what you're going to experience. When you know and see the wealth in your mind's eye and start walking like it, that's what you're going to experience. I don't care what happened in that 3D reality. It doesn't exist anymore. It collapsed. It's not real. What's real is what you say is real. So assume and know that you're wealthy. Assume and know that you have your partner or companion. Assume and know that everything is good. Everything is okay, family. It's already worked out. It's already here. Now you just have to walk in it.
Dr. Kim.
Yes, sir.
And what you're saying in Soul Family is everything you said. I've been exercising that tremendously for the past 3 years.
Wow.
I've gotten rid. If you come, you so-called black, and you come from the inner city, you're gonna have gone through something. A lot of them, we come from the era during the crack cocaine epidemic, and caused a huge effect on our families. Some of our parents were on drugs and dope, and just caused a lot of chaos in the black community. So you don't have gone through things. I watched my mom, in a particular time, deal with mental illness, but we call it mental illness, soul spiritual attack. And I love my mom. I love my mom out of that. When I was younger, I grew up. I'm an empath. I took care of my younger brothers and sisters. When my dad had transcended so that my mom would have all the pressure against her. I went out and got a job. I got out of high school, came home, changed my work clothes, caught the bus. I worked at Church's Chicken, worked at 12 o'clock at night, and had to end up walking home on Gary, Indiana, 5th Avenue, 5 miles home on a school night because I didn't want to see my youngest brothers go hungry. I got a Social Security check that we all got. I gave mine to my mom so she can pay the bill. So I have been a giver all my life and a protector. And I have gone through some things. I've been hurt by people that were supposed to be protecting me, and quite a few of us have experienced that. After graduation, I wanted to get away from home. I left home because I have given so much of me that I need to leave.
Uh-oh. Looks like we lost Chief, and that's okay. Here he is. He's back.
Can you say me? Can you hear me?
We can see and hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good, good. Somebody had called me. So
Okay.
I wanted to. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
So I was saying I wanted to find myself. I got away and found myself. But let me tell you something to make this story short and sweet. When I made my decision to get rid of the hate, the envy, the malice, and the jealousy in the little that was left there, I decided to forgive, and I found redemption. And I had a great understanding of why our people were a certain way and act a certain way because of the sorcery that was performed on us through the television, through the food we eating, through the air we're breathing, the water we drinking, the chemtrails in the air. And it gave me a great understanding. And I had a heart for our people. Like for family members, I have family members, older siblings who don't even call me,
Mm.
but I know that they're watching. I'm talking about brothers and sisters. And I'm not angry. I love them even more because I understand why. Because of lack and not being able to come and create who you saw yourself to be and couldn't get there. So my plans is to free up my siblings
Mm.
so they wouldn't have to work a slave job. That's what the job is. The
Yes.
family dynasty and that legacy, and get my nieces and nephew and teach them that you come from a royal family. That's what's important to me. And nobody's worth it losing it. No anger, no malice, no jealousy, no hate. It's worth me having it in my heart. I cleaned it out. And when I cleaned it out, that's when I saw the creator in me
Mm.
when I did that. And that's when I was able to start speaking and things started happening. I started 3 years ago saying that the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the just. And we are the just. I was saying that. I was saying that the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the just. Who are the just? That
Mm.
the meek shall inherit the earth. They're not telling you this in church.
Mm.
They're not. They do the same old rhetoric. The meek shall inherit the earth. Who are the meek? Those of us in the soul tribe. We are the meek that's given to inherit the earth. We're not going to be the tails. We're going to be the head.
Absolutely.
We're going to be the lenders to our nonprofit organization that
Mm.
have an unimaginable amount of wealth. And every time we give, we get back.
Absolutely.
We're going to be lending
Yes.
and not the borrowers.
Mm.
We're going to be the credit. What you need? You need a credit right there. Here, there's a credit. And not charge interest. And not the borrowers. What is that saying, my dear brothers and sisters? And can you handle it? That we are going to be the new leaders of this new regime. That we are going to be those private banks.
Mm.
And I've been speaking this and speaking it. Not believing it, but know it to happen. And I'm walking around with so much joy that all throughout the night, that Sleeping is overrated because I can't hardly sleep. I wake up 3 or 4 times a night. My dreams are supernatural. Having dreams that I'm flying and taking off. Having dreams of dragons that once will reappear
Mm,
again. Having dreams of the life that I lived before this one. This is what happened. My strengths and the limitations have been taken off my database. That brain is a computer.
mm,
And when I speak things, it's manifestation time right now, guys, for the righteous. And you can walk in the sun, even though it's hot out here, the sun feels good on my body. I'm saying, thank you, oh Heavenly Father. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you for my inheritance. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my wealth. I will be happy. And I found out that the Creator was the driving force behind me
mm.
getting through the circumstances and the adversities that was meant for my downfall. I've right past it, man. And that's why I am happy.
Mm-hmm.
I know that when I speak, I don't have any hate in my heart for anything. Even
Mm-hmm.
those who lied on me right now. I hope that you can find a way to get rid of that hate out your heart, because if you don't, it's going to be your downfall. It's too much that's getting ready to happen in a good sense. To have any malice, envy, and jealousy in your heart toward anybody. And if you don't have it, then the Creator will send someone to you who have it. The righteous has found each other. Redemption is in the air for those deserving of it. You got to speak it and ask for it and clean your heart up. It's happy for it.
Absolutely.
That's what time we're in right now. That's a worldwide universal reset happening. And that's a cleansing happening right now. It's a cleansing. You want to make sure that you're cleansed so that the earth won't cleanse you out of here.
Right. Speaking of that, Chief.
The floods happen, it's washing those away.
Mm,
Because when you divinely guided and protected, the Great Spirit will protect you and shield you and cover you. So that this time next year, you'll have your estate 10, 15.
you know what, Chief? My account is already full, and my estate, I've reclaimed it, and I'm living the dream. Um, you, I am experiencing such prosperity. I literally that the joy is flooding my spirit and my soul. I do remember a time when I didn't have that trust, but now it's here. And speaking of such, one second, Chief, you are really helping the Soul Tribe. They're saying it in the chat. I want you to see the comments. They're saying thank you so much. And here's a brother that wants to come on and share his story. Brother Jeffrey Short. Welcome, Brother Jeffrey.
Brother
Hey, Dr.
Short.
Kia. How you doing, Chief Matt? All right. I just want to tell the family, y'all need to listen to these two people because it's done got to the point where Dr. Kia know, because I was on her show once before. We was talking about investments, and I was at work. I was actually at work at night talking to her.
On the
And
live. Yeah.
yeah, I done kind of claim some of my salary back. I'm still going through the process, but when you're doing it by yourself, it takes a lot of research. And like I said, um, I got my Boulevard. Now I got Zim. Now I got Dinar, and I got a little bit of gold and silver. Silver, I got copper. I even invested in, like I told you, Dr. Kia, iron,
What's that?
aluminum,
Iron? Oh, aluminum. Okay.
iron, aluminum, and especially copper. Watch copper in the next 6 months because copper is in everything, our wiring, everything.
You know,
So I'm investing.
you sound like a very wealthy man right now.
Well, I'm trying to get there.
Oh,
See,
no,
Mac, you know what I'm talking
nope. You're
about? I'm
not
trying to
trying.
get there. I'm trying to get
There.
You're
there.
there.
Well, you got to
Okay, go ahead.
understand when you base your life, I ain't gonna say base your life, but when you look at what's going on around you, how things are built, how things are put together, you got to understand that most of the stuff that's used in the world is the it's the best investment because you have
Mm,
steel buildings. You got people that build their garages out of steel buildings. You got steel beams. You got aluminum
okay.
siding.
Mm,
You can even invest. You can even invest in asphalt. You know why? Because everybody need a
huh.
roof over their house. You can invest in asphalt. You can invest in the products that make asphalt. It's a bunch of stuff out there that you can do. You just gotta go research it. Think about what. Think about how they build the world, and just research it. Go to the asphalt companies and see how they doing. You can
Mm-hmm.
invest in the whole. You can invest in the whole company, and then go invest in the products that they get from for their company to make the roof to go on your house. You can
Right.
invest in
Can you
that company.
move over just a
Yeah,
little bit? We can only see part of your face. There you go. There, thank you.
I mean, there's plenty of investments out there. I love foreign currency. You already know that. I love foreign currency, but there's a lot more out there than meets the eye. Kind of like the
Okay.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. And
Mm,
Chief Mac, I'm gonna be calling you because I
Yes,
might
sir.
need a little bit of help. I might need a little bit of help. I'm be contacting you. I mean, I got some of the stuff done, but I want to get with you to let you know where I am right now, and maybe I could
Okay.
get in contact with you and give you what I got so you can kind of guide me on what else to do.
okay. Well, thank you for joining us. Was there anything else you wanted to share with the Soul family? You give us
Oh
a lot
yeah,
of tips on what to invest in. Go ahead.
Dr. Kidd, when you were saying something about your past life to your forefront life, I
Yes.
put it all in the comment section. I used to be a
Okay.
very jealous person. I used to be a very jealous person at age 16.
Mm,
I was that kid in school that really didn't have much. I used to see the other kids wearing nice clothes and stuff. I always been, I always had a jealous rage from about 16 to 18 to when I started playing football. And I've learned from you, Chief Matt, and other podcasters that you don't have to be jealous of somebody when you
mm,
finally start getting knowledge to make it on your own. Because what's done happen is in my life, all those people I was jealous of, they're not awake yet.
mm.
But I told myself, I'm not going to be that one to say I told you so. I'm going to help them wake up. When I receive my blessing, I'm going to help them wake up. And if they watch me podcast, I'm definitely going to help them wake up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful.
So, so when you were saying go back to your past life, to your now life, that was my struggle. I had a,
Mm,
I had a, I had a jealousy streak,
okay.
and it got bad too.
Where did that come from? You know, you said that age is like 15, 60. Do you know where that started?
16.
Tell me about that.
You started in junior high.
Okay.
Like I said, we didn't have much growing up, but my dad
Mm,
could afford what he could afford.
mm-hmm.
You could see kids come to school with nice shoes and nice outfits, and I just came with what I had. I used to be so jealous of that.
Yeah.
Till I got to the point where I told my dad, either you gonna work some more, or somebody got to buy me some clothes. But these kids out here looking better than me. I
Mm,
was really jealous.
yeah.
But as time went on, and I got to high school, uh, probably just like Chief Mack. When I was in the 10th grade, I was working at Bojangles. So when I found out that, look, all I had to do was be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Just be patient. Because it'll come to you. And now that I look back on it, it wasn't no need in me being jealous. Just work with what you got while
Mm,
you got it. Be
there you
thankful
go.
that you be thankful that you got it. Because somewhere along the way, something gonna happen to where you say, shoot, now I can go buy me some nice clothes. But I had to learn that the hard way because my dad he used to be like, well, Jeffrey, I can't do this so much.
Yeah.
This is what we working with. And I learned to work with what you got. And now, I mean, it's incredible. And like I said, I will, when I receive my blessing, because like on your 5 hour podcast, if anybody didn't see it, don't say the RV is coming. You say, I am the RV.
Woo! Yes. I am the
Not the
RV.
RV, because like I said, I took a 5 hour lunch to listen to that whole podcast.
From
And
last night.
you know I work at night.
I know.
I took a 5 hour lunch break.
Thank you.
Chief
Can you
Matt,
read? Go ahead.
Chief Matt, I'm gonna be in touch, man, because I got some questions.
No doubt, brother. I look forward to talking to you, brother Short.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I had emailed you one time, but I was kind of going through some stuff, and I said, well, let me try this on my own for a minute. And people, it's not really easy to do it on your own, but you got to do your research. If you don't research, you're gonna mess up. But I'm comfortable where I'm at now. I got gold bullion up in my attic.
Hey.
I got copper bullion in my attic,
Next,
and
next
I
to them
got
things that say, next to them things that say, pal.
kind of sort of. Like I said, I ain't quite there yet, but I'm trying to get there. And like I said, I
brother,
love foreign currency. I just ordered me some more foreign currency today. But people, get in touch. Like Dr. Kia said, it had to be something to trigger the reason why we not as prosperous as we should be. Go back and find out what that was, so you can correct that. So you can correct it. You can put them side by side. You can put them together and say, "Look, I can't believe I was like that back then." But now I know. Now I know.
brother Short, redemption is here.
Oh yeah.
Redemption is here, man. And for the righteous, for those of us who are getting rid of the hate, the envy, the malice out of our heart, we're going to be put in position, man, to touch those we love in a righteous way. And that's something to be excited about, man. If you are the RV, then your job is to go and save those, man, that are still in bondage, man, those that are close to you. And I got plenty of brothers
Yeah.
in bondage. And I'm going to feel so good when I get my older brothers that are in bondage say, brother, let it go and breathe. I got you. I hug my older brothers because I know spiritually that I am older than them and more mature than them in the spiritual realm. Chronologically, they may be older. So I have been the one that was sent to be that savior for my family. We are
Hmm.
messengers of the Creator. There's not one messenger. We are messengers, and it's so. My brothers and sisters had threw me a celebration of life the past about a Sunday ago, and they showed up and showed out for me because they see what the Creator is doing in my life. They cried, they loved on me, and they told me how special and meaningful that I am to them. And it's good to give a person their flowers while they are alive, 6 feet above ground and under. And they loved me and told me how important they, my sister sung to me and told me that I mattered, that you're somebody, that you are a fighter, that you're powerful. And it's on my page, and I just took it all in, man. And
Mm.
my heart, I am a family man without a shadow of a doubt. I love family, man. And so I'm just been so happy that I'm going to be able to save them from ever having to work a job again, man.
Mhm.
That gives me life, man. because I don't want to be the king of the hill by myself. And I wish that for all of my spiritual brothers and sisters, because we're all children of the Most High in different dimensions of families, in different rooms, but we got to come down to the kitchen and eat together. Let's eat and let's ride out and let's do this thing, man. Let's live
Let's
our
do
most
it.
amazing life. For those of you, let's keep our sister lifted in prayer. I got one sister that I'm doing business with. She's called her yesterday, but she was in dialysis, and
Mm,
she was too tired and weak to call me. And sister, I want to say that if you're listening, that I'm speaking of health, wealth, and longevity in your life, sister. That you
yes.
matter to the soul tribe. And we're going to
Yes.
fight with you, sister. And for anybody that's going through something like that, I got these patches that deal with stem cells, and
Mhm.
they work different with different people, different what you're going through, but they have helped me out tremendously. If anybody's interested in those stem cell patches, to reach out to me. But I want to wish anybody that's going through something that I'm speaking of health, longevity, wealth, inheritance, prosperity, happiness over your life, and give her let the pain that you're going through, because that could be part of the reason why the sickness is there, because you still hold on to
Mhm.
things that have
Mhm.
created a toxin to your body. Let it go. I did it.
Mhm. Mhm.
And touch your body and say, I'm healed. Touch your heart, I'm healed. Touch your
Mhm.
kidneys, your liver, your spleen, and say, I am healed. I am healed. The, because if life and death is on your tongue, so is longevity, so is health, so is wealth, so is prosperity, so is happiness. I speak these things, and I know these things are going to happen, and I give the
Mhm.
Creator all glory and praise. And I'm saying
Yes.
glory, hallelujah. And I'm not prideful. I'm not too haughty and arrogant to say glory, hallelujah. Because I know this life doesn't belong to me. Because I know that I was sent here. And I am going to pass this test with flying colors. And I am going to continue to do kingdom things on earth to build up my kingdom points to the Creator. So when I get there, He's truly going to say, well done, my son. That when I transcend, I'm expecting when I open my eyes up into that new avatar, that I'm going to have my celestial family around me, come and say, well done, my son. Well done, brother. Well done.
Mhm.
And I can
That's
say that
beautiful.
I'm on that journey and I'm on that path because I don't have any hate, malice, envy, and jealousy in my heart. I'm on it. And I'm so happy about that, man.
Yeah,
And you
and
know, Chief,
let me say this
hold
right
up,
quick.
go ahead.
Another way of saying I no longer have hate, envy, and jealousy in my heart. I love that you're saying that. Another way to say that is I have love. I have, what's the opposite of envious? Um, I have a communal spirit. Uh, I have life in my body because it's good to talk about the envy, the hatred, and all that. But every time we say the word, and we vibrate on that frequency, and we keep bringing that into a reality. So you keep encountering people that's going to treat you with hatred and treat you with jealousy. I mean, we're all learning together. I'm learning this too. So I'm just, there's another way of us saying certain things that will help us jump a timeline to where that's all we see is the opposite of what we used to experience.
And you know, it's funny you should say that because Chief Mac, I want you to weigh in on this one. My family, I try to get them on board, try to show them what I know. And every time I go to a family function, just like over the 4th of July, when I walk in the backyard, you know your family already know who you are. But when all 45 people turn around and look at you at the same time, you know you operating on a high vibration. You know you operating on a high vibration because they won't come up to you. They didn't nobody come to me and say hello. They sat in their seats and waved at me. Hey Jeff, how you doing? So I went over and talked to my. I went over and started talking to my brother. He said, "Man, don't come here with that conspiracy theory and money stuff." I said, "No,
Right.
I'm not going to do that." I say that's going to be your choice. I give you the information. You make the choice. You can tell when you're a high vibrational being when you walk into a room, either it gets quiet or everybody just turn around and look at you. They've been knowing you for 20, 30 years, but 20, 30 years ago, you're not that same person. Even 10 years ago. So when you walk into a room with people turn around and just look at you without saying nothing, your frequency is already in the room. They know you see through everything. So don't try to come and tell me nothing because I can see right through you. And how I know is you didn't even acknowledge me, but you didn't know me for years. Am I right, Chief Man?
No doubt, brother. No doubt. But anybody that's doubting the righteous are getting ready to be baffled.
Oh yeah.
They're going to be baffled because we have passed the test and we're operating with love, honor, and respect. When I was a kid, when I get out and I walk out, I'm just happy. I'm happy because I
Yes.
know that I could have been gone a long time ago. I've had
Mm.
guns put to me. I've been through things. I'm still here. I'm 54. I don't look like it. I don't feel like it. I don't act like it. I know that the Creator is keeping longevity on me, man. You know, I've been sick before. I've been in a situation, but my body healed itself, and I know how to sing and praise and give glory to the celestial family, the great spirit, and tell them thank you, man, for the guidance and protection. Like this is why I've been saying for the past almost 2 years, what a beautiful time it is to be alive when you are connected to the right people and source. And we know what source is, don't we, guys? I've been
Oh
saying
yeah.
that,
We
and
know.
to the point that unrighteous people would throw up. I'm
Yes, they
happy.
will.
I hope that
Dr.
people can find that happiness too, guys.
Yes.
Dr. Kelly, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
You a mother, right?
Yes. Of 8 and many
You,
countless others.
you better family if one of your kids walk into a family gathering, your child can sense your energy.
Mhm.
Especially when you go up to your child and say, "Hey, baby, how you doing? You know, Mama love you." When I went to that family gathering, she was the only one that came up to me and
Mm.
say, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" and gave me a hug.
Mm.
That let me know. That let me know right there that she can sense my vibration because she's my mother.
Yes.
Everybody else, everybody else turned around and sensed my vibration, but they kind of, to me, they thought it was kind of negative. Hold up, we gonna, hey, cuz, how you doing? Glad to see you. They can sense your vibration, people. I'm telling you. You walk in the room and everybody just turn around and look at you without saying nothing. Oh Lord, that's their first thing they probably saying. Oh Lord, but it's your vibration that's kicking in.
And then sometimes the way people are responding is they're mirroring something that's within us that we don't know about. So this is what I'm saying is it's time, I want to teach us a different way of viewing things. You're right. What's also right is everything we had experienced in a 3D reality is just what's inside us pushed out. Every person that we encounter, every situation, it's wild. But when you operate on a different frequency like you and you change your perception of reality, you'll be able to look at people who aren't talking at you and say, and see them as, oh, they must just be busy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're busy
Yes,
eating. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're they're talking to each other. What I see is a bunch of people that are here that, you know, that love me and they're busy right now, but they're gonna talk to me. It's wild. It's wild how when you change your perception and
yeah,
you see things from a different way, how you're no longer as bothered as you used to be in the old paradigm.
and it kind of opens up your third eye too.
Mm,
It opens up your third eye so you can see through the bull crap too. It kind of opens your third eye, but you don't open it up and think about it as bull crap. You be like, okay, I see that, I see that. Now, how can I make it so that I can get to the point where I can show them that I see what you're doing, but I still love you and I still care for you, and I'm gonna make sure you all right.
And that's what Chief Mack always said. He's gonna make sure his family's all right, just like you. Because you are the one that decided to come here and experience all that we experience so that we can now heal the planet. And that's where we are. That's where we are. So, thank you so much for sharing your story. I want to give you the opportunity to one more time share what type of currencies and different things people should invest in, because people asked earlier in the chat. What were you saying?
Okay, now, I got all my currency from Banknote World.
Okay, and what did you get?
I got, I got the 5 million worth of Boulevard, and I got a little bit of dinar. I got the $50,000 notes, the dinar, and I got some dong.
Some dong, Vietnamese dong. Speaking of Vietnamese dong,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Tomorrow at 11, I think it is, I'm going to have a video on. I'm going to do a live podcast on what's going on in Vietnam, so that you can know that they are ready for a currency.
They've been ready. They've been ready since the last month. Yeah, they've been ready since last.
Brother, sure. So I wanted to tell the people real quick: don't go into any banks, guys. You're not prepared to go.
Oh no! Don't go to the bank.
Because if you go to the banks, I about 2.5-3 months ago, I did a test run at the bank where my trust is open up with the branch manager. Now, granted, this particular bank, they were getting the foreign currencies for people, and so I went there and talked to her. I said, "Are you guys still selling the foreign currency?" And you know that woman looked me in my eye and said, "What are you talking about? Oh, we never did that." I said, "Oh,
are you
really?
serious?"
I promise. She looked me dead in my eye and said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Ma'am, you guys were just last year." So, "Oh no, we never. Well, we never did that." I said, "Oh, I see what she is. She's a gatekeeper. She's instructed not to tell the people, and the things are being recorded in there." So I understood. So I left out of that, and I went and spoke to one of the wealth managers that I know. They know who I am. They smile and they treat me like I'm wealthy already. I asked that young man. I said, "Hey," I said, "So which currency are you guys doing the Racket dinar?" He said, "Oh, hold on for a second, because I have a relationship. Relationship goes a long way."
Oh yes.
He said, "We're not doing the Iraqi dinar," but he pulled up like 7 or 8 different currencies that they are selling right now that people don't even know. And he turned the screen around to me to show it to me. He said, "We got this one, we got that one, we got this one." I said, "I got you." But she just told me, so don't go in the bank. They're going to lie to you.
Do not go in the banks, and if you deal with a credit union, do not go in the credit union either.
So you said go ahead.
Because our bank was stated for his credit union, so I done went grilled. They are serious gatekeepers. But remember, Dr. Key, I told you about this. I thought it was a wealth management thing down here with Wells Fargo in Salisbury, North Carolina. It's a wealth advisory center.
Wow.
All the currencies that's going in the first basket, she had that list, but she said they're not quite ready yet.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That's good news. Okay.
Not quite ready yet.
Not
and
quite.
Like I said, as far as that wealth advisory center, you know why I know that that's a legitimate center, and it might be a redemption center disguised as an advisory center, because it was military vehicles parked in the front. And you know the military is overseeing all of this, because the military, Space Force, they're gonna make sure that the crooks can't touch your money.
Mm.
I know.
It's
That's
usually
exactly
two,
right.
it's usually two military vehicles sitting there daily, and maybe about four or five civilian cars.
Mm.
If I ride past there every day on the way to work, they be there at like 8 o'clock at night.
This
Mm.
is what's happening. And you want to know? You want to know why these military guys are there? It's because anytime the Treasury is involved, because those currencies they're gonna pull the credits from that trust account that was started at birth.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's
remember you
coming from
saying
that.
that on another thing.
The
I
funds are
remember
gonna
you
come
saying
from
that.
that. That's why the
Yeah,
Treasury is involved right now. So it's the quickest way to tap into that estate is through foreign currency. And matter of fact, anything that you get into an account is coming from that estate. So that's why the military is going to
exactly.
be there. That's why those of us who are operating in that capacity are going to operate in our true sovereignty. Because that kind of wealth right there is going to pull you over into sovereignty. Because the banks are going to open you up to things that they don't care for the public to know about. So some of you are going to have to
Exactly.
sign NDAs because they're going to open you up to certain things. There's going to high yield accounts and things which is where your principal would sit there and you can afford to live off the interest. This is what's coming. So that's why I'm telling people, get your trust. For those of you who don't have trust, when they try to get a trust, you want to get that 508 because it's going to be a foundation in ministry. And if we each have a foundation in ministry, then that way we can give to each other and you'll get that in return, that what you have given. This is why all the rich and the
Yeah.
wealthy have foundations. You
That's
give,
that.
you're
That's that.
going to get that back. So this is how you keep wealth in the family. With the rich, they operate in trust. All of them have a trust account because it's a new identity. The paperwork is the body without a soul, and the foreign EIN number is the spirit that needs a body. And when you put them two together, you have a brand new living soul. Now you're walking on water. You have been resurrected and born again. That's what the true resurrection and born again is, because that
Exactly.
puts you back as a live man and a live woman, and you're going to operate in trust. And when you operate in trust, there's that things that you can do that that the Soul Tribe members join that I will explain to you guys. I'm ready to open up
Chief,
the gate.
Chief, some people
Okay.
said that they reached out to you and they want to know if you could please recheck your email that they.
If I leave once you pay the consultation fee, then I reach out again. I'll leave my number for you to call. And so
Okay.
just continue to do that. I'm getting back to people. If you hadn't had a confrontation like that, be patient. You're going to get it. Just reach out to me. It's a Chief. I sent it, and I'll send my number to you right away. Or leave your number. Leave your number. If you paid the consultation, leave your number, and I'll call you up. I've been doing it. I'll call you up. I have got several trusts completed for people right now. Those of you who have paid it, your trust is done. Reach out to me so I can send it to you.
Yeah. And Chief Mac, when you say 508, you mean the 508C, right?
The 508C1A Irrevocable Trust,
Yeah,
which celebrates
C1A.
a
Okay.
ministry and foundation trust. You have your name. That's a ministry and a foundation. So when you have a foundation, it's there to be funded, meaning that somebody can give you $1 million and it can't be taxed. Meaning that you can give out a donation of 50,000 and get that right back. This is what they don't want people to know. And there's some other tricks you can
Exactly.
have when you have this foundation of trust that I'm going to give over to the Dr. Kid Pruitt show in the private class. I'm going to give this information out to you that you can do.
Okay.
I got some of the incredible information that I received a few days ago that I'll share to the Soul Tribe members that's in the private class.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you
Things
so
are
much.
getting ready to change, brothers and sisters.
Oh
I will
man,
see you on the
they
other
have no
side.
idea. They have no idea. I
Nope.
mean, from the stuff I've been learning, man, I'm telling you.
I'm ready to go out there and
Man,
do my
you know
shout
what?
and just give the great spirit all the glory, the worship, the praise, and tell them to thank you and to give all the hallelujahs at nighttime. Wake up. I dare you guys to wake up in the middle of the night and say, glory, hallelujah, praise you, Father. Thank you, Father. Glory for my inheritance, for my health, for my wealth, that my family, that the
Mhm.
generational curses are broken off my family. Wealth means generational. That's what wealth
Generation.
means. And generational wealth
Yeah.
meaning operating in trust to protect your assets. So when you transcend, that trust is you on earth, making sure that all your wishes get carried through without probate court getting involved. Get your trust, man. Get it. Operating
I'm
trust.
telling you,
Protect.
because we done with that maritime crap.
We done.
Yeah.
It's over. Faith Ministry says, Chief, please contact Faith Ministry about the consultation fee. If you want to reach out to him, reach out to Chief Mac, Unity in Motion 45 at yahoo.com. And that's his email. And then when you reach out to him, he will email you back with the consultation fee. Is that right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to be on the phone with any and everybody. You're gonna pay a consultation to waste my time.
So somebody is saying gratitude. Okay, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. I did want to get off at the 2-hour mark, family. Chief needs to go somewhere. I need to go somewhere.
I just wanted to say one more thing. Because I got some kids.
I'm about to get cut off.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm good.
Well, we kind of went over. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I got some kale steaming on the stove, but I just want to tell everybody, if y'all didn't see that 5-hour podcast last night, please go watch it. Because I'm going to tell y'all before I get off.
Go ahead.
The RV ain't just coming. You are the RV.
Can you briefly give some bullet points, what you got from the podcast? I'm going to put the link in the chat.
Oh, man. That woman you had on.
Be kind. What's her name?
Be loved or be kind, be something. When she was talking about, I love the Boulevard. But when she gave me that Boulevard name, the other Boulevard, I got it wrote down. But when I got home today, I went straight to Back No World and bought some of that. I mean, I bought I think I bought the 100 million note for, I think it was for like $2.25 or something like that.
Yeah, here it is right here. I'm going to show everybody it was a long podcast, but family, Sister Be Happy, that's who it was. Sister Be Happy came through with proof that we are the RV and that the RV is here. Didn't she give proof?
Man, she laid it out like a champ. I told y'all I took a 5-hour lunch break just to watch.
And I'll tell you a secret, Brother Jeffrey. That was a premiere of a video. It was a live video I had done before.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember YouTube? It was so powerful. We had 12,000. We had over 12,000 people in the chat.
Actually, the exact number was like 13,200 and something.
Wow, you remember that? And do you know YouTube took that down and shut that channel down?
Well, I saved it on the back screen. You can save stuff on the back screen now because everything ain't totally deleted from the internet.
Right.
You save it on the back screen, you got it. But that podcast last night, I'm glad I work at night and overnight because I told you I took me a 5-hour lunch break.
I really appreciate your dedication and your love and support. 1 second, family. If you go to the Dr. Kia Pruitt show, it's at Dr. Kia Pruitt Official on my major YouTube channel. Here you'll see the video called Hold Your Currencies. That was a long podcast, but Sister Be Happy came through with jewels and proof. And I'm so glad we pulled up the proof as she was speaking because now some of that is no longer on the internet. She talked about proof that the financial, the quantum financial system is operating.
Already running.
But you know what? If you go to that link that we pulled up from this live, if you go from this live podcast, it's not on there anymore.
Yeah, it's
You
gone.
took it down.
But you got,
Yes.
yeah,
You
you
want
got to
us.
put it on their back too.
Yeah, you gotta see this podcast. She came on, and then people from the chat, people who watched the watch our show, they just came on and they shared their testimonies. It was such a powerful live. Like Brother Jeffrey said, over 13,000 people were in the chat. That's the size of a small city. Very powerful. Thank you so much for
And
sharing.
you know, like they said, they tried to take it down. But Chief Matt, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
That podcast, when they try to take it down, most people put it on the back channel. You remember that old saying we used to have? That video was the spook that sat behind the door. We didn't even know it was gonna come out like that, but we kept listening. People kept coming in. We kept listening. That was the spook that sat behind the door.
Mm, mm.
And I
Amen.
encourage people. I'm gonna go ahead and I might pull it from behind the door and put it on my YouTube page.
Go ahead. Thank you for
Yeah, I'm
telling
gonna pull
me.
it.
Because they'll send me a notification and say somebody sharing your video. What do they call it? Plagiarism alert.
Yeah,
So, but thank you for telling me. So I won't, I won't say okay, thank you. Ask them to remove it. So I'm glad you
yeah.
let me know. Somebody says, I'm surprised that you're on right now, but you are glowing. Let me tell you, Brother Cecil, why I'm glowing. Because the old 3D paradigm that I heard about, that it was a story that I had heard, it has collapsed. And now we're all wealthy. And now we have gold and we have silver. We have Venezuelan bolivar. We have Iraqi dinar. We have Afghanistan Afghani. We have what else? We have Iraqi. I said we have Vietnamese dong, and we all are living in a beautiful reality where we all get along, and there's only peace and there's only joy. We've jumped that timeline. That's why I'm glowing, because that's my reality. Like, I heard about the stories of war and how, people have been through devastation, but whatever story that was, it collapsed. It's not true. It's an old tale that I heard. I remember there's a brief part of my mind that remembers that happened, but I wake up now and I'm saying, I'm so happy and thankful that I'm wealthy. I'm so happy and thankful that I'm prosperous. I'm so happy and thankful that the love of my life is sitting beside me. Like, literally, like, it doesn't matter to me if nobody, another person can see. That's what I see. That's why I'm glowing. I've literally jumped the timeline, Brother Cecil. And my stories are just of prosperity and wealth. Let me tell you a quick story. I knew a woman who had this story in her mind that all men cheat. Okay, so when she was married, when her husband was working late, he was cheating. When her husband was and not answering the phone, he was cheating. When her husband was talking to another woman, he was cheating. Anything he did, he was cheating, because in her mind, the story she had was that all men cheat. Her husband cheats. Therefore, he doesn't have time for her, blah, 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 blah. So it doesn't matter if he said, no, I was talking to this woman because she's my colleague and we were talking about work stuff, or no, I didn't, excuse my nose rings coming up. No, I didn't answer the phone because I had a meeting or whatever. All she could see and experience was cheating, cheating, cheating. So that's what was literally in front of her. But when she changed her mind and started realizing that men are amazing, that men are providers, that men are protectors, that men are strong, that men bring about structure, that's when the husband that she used to see as a cheater showed up in her reality as a provisional, loving, kind, structure providing man. Because whatever you assume to be true is true for you. And even though some people might have said, well, he came home late, he's a cheater, she was like, no, he's an amazing man, he's at work. And some people are like, you're delusional. No, my husband is working late. Now she worked on some other things and said, babe, I love when you come, instead of saying, why ain't you coming home on time? Baby, I love when you come home early. I love when you come home at about 6 o'clock because that's when dinner's ready. And then he changed. So she even helped him to change.
Your reality becomes your perception. Your perception is your reality.
There
And even
you
if it ain't
go.
so, speak it and use those universal laws will change what's happening in reality and make your perception come to fruition. I know that. It's happening. So you got to change your perception of how you view things, and it will manifest and happen in the way you see it by changing through the fruition of your words and what you speak can become your reality. I promise you that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chief. Thank you for the confirmation. Chief, I know you were on your way to go somewhere when I called you. I apologize, but
It's
I'm
okay. It's
grateful.
okay. Okay.
I'm grateful
Not,
that you're here.
man, you got to be ready with this time. But like I thought, you said 2:30, but it was actually 2:30 here and 1:30. It was 2:30 where you are, and it was 1:30 here. So I just said, let me pull over and just
Thank
have a
you.
conversation. I was gonna try to get something. I hadn't eaten yet today. I'm
Mm,
not starving, but I'm just being in control of how I eat, what I eat. I'm in control. Food don't control me. I want to be able to
mm.
control how I eat and what I eat, and I'm making the food be my medicine.
Yes,
The
sir.
rich, I don't have time to be in the hospital, so I'm here to tell you guys the change of how you're eating. Don't eat a lot of greasy foods and sugary foods like that. And you stage yourself off it slowly like that. So I'm in the gym, I'm exercising, I'm working out. I done actually got up to 260 pounds. I put on like 12 or 15 pounds of muscle. So the
Mm,
patches help me heal up quick. I'm working out, I'm training, my strength is coming back. I'm excited. So I'm doing things to keep my vibrations high. And if you're going through anything that's bugging you and nagging your spirit and you, find something to release that tension.
mm.
Whether it be take your shoes off and ground, hug a tree, look at some butterflies. I want to say something. About 3 days ago, I went with my brother to a cookout in Chicago. I was with a family friend. We were sitting
Mhm.
down, he and his wife, and we were talking. Family friend. We've been friends since junior high school. I mean elementary. A butterfly came around me and him, just flying all around. And
Wow.
I said, that butterfly wants to land on me. And that
Mm,
finger that I had several butterflies to land on was my left index finger. I said, watch that butterfly. So he was landed on the chair next to me. So I put my hand there, my finger
mhm.
there. So he flew away, and he was flying around. He flew away. I'm talking to like really like my brother. I'm talking to him, guys. I said that butterfly wants to land on me. Guess what
Mhm.
happened?
What happened?
The butterfly came and landed on my arm for about 5 seconds. I said, "What did I tell you?" I'm so excited because
Mhm.
you could speak it and it will happen, guys. I knew that butterfly was communicating with me, and he let me know he wanted to land on me, and I spoke it, and I don't believe it. I knew it,
Yeah.
and he landed on me, and that's just confirmation for what's going to
Yes.
happen in my life based on what anybody said about me or try to do me. No weapon formed shall not prosper on me and the rest of the soul tribe members who are righteous. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And if anybody think they're cocky enough to get in the way of the credit that's behind you, danger is going to be put on you. Clean up your act. Get your inheritance and free your family that's dependent on you.
Mm. Yes, sir. Thank you,
So I'm
Chief.
happy.
Thank you. They're saying this is great, family. People are enjoying this conversation. And Love Being Nubian says she got back in the gym too and feeling great, feeling wonderful.
Awesome. Awesome.
So that's it, Chief. I'm gonna let you go so that you can eat.
Yes, ma'am.
If anybody needs to get in contact with you, can you tell them one more time what your email is?
That is it. Unity in Motion. UNITYINMOTION. The number 45 at yahoo.com. Email me there, and I will see it. I will see it. But reach out to the. There is a consultation fee because I want to know that you're serious. I don't want to be on the phone with any and everybody. And I'm gonna say it again. Once you send a consultation fee, I will get to you. There are any refunds. So before you send it. Just know that. Don't play games with me. I'm a very resourceful man. I'm not the smartest man, but I have myself set up in a capacity that I am so happy with. I've done some things to free myself from this beat system. I am ecstatic. So I move with honor, love, and respect because I have remedy. If anybody attach me in the right way, you will have remedy too.
Thank you, Chief. I'm telling the Soul Tribe that if they would like to donate to your work, they can do it via Cash App. And here it is. It's Alan Judah, $ Alan Judah 47. And I say that because you give so much of your time. I can call you any time of the day or night and say we're going to go live, or Chief, what do you think about this? And you as being the chief of the Soul Tribe, you will address whatever I talk to you about in love and honor. And if we need you to come on at any time of the day or night, whether it's on the main channel or on our private channel, you do that. And I appreciate you. So I would like for us to honor you and either get a consultation from you by emailing Chief Mac at unityemotion45@yahoo.com, or by sending a gift or donation at on this Cash App at $ Alan Judah 47. That's $ ALLENJUDAH 47. Is that correct? Go ahead.
Yes. Dr. Kidd, let me say this one last thing. It just hit my spirit. I was talking to one of your members, and she said that she had an account where she wanted to pull some money to get some foreign currency. The guy was instructing her not to do that, and was trying to ask her what was she using the money for. Right now, I'm telling to the Soul Tribe or anybody listening to this right there, if you have a 401k or if you have any money put anywhere in savings, the rich don't save money, because if you save money, inflation is going to eat it up. If you have a 401k, your job is not matching the money. They're pulling the money out of your trust fund account that was started at birth and so-called matching it. And when you go to pull out there, they're going to tax the hell out you. So if you have any funds right now, you haven't gotten any foreign currency, you want to pull your monies right now and get some foreign currency. This is the crowd to do that now, because I don't want you to miss out. Whether you're a hater of this show, of me, or Dr. Kidd, we don't have no hate towards you, but that you wish on us is going to happen to you. So clean your act up. Pull your 401k out, because it's nothing. It's a Ponzi scheme, and try to get some foreign currency, because we are at the 11th hour for this RV to happen, and we don't want to see you guys miss out. Pull it out, get in contact with me, reach out to Dr. Kidd, and find out where you get it from so that you can free your family up.
Absolutely. And we recognize that in their system, we're not financial advisors, but we are spiritual.
I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not.
But we are sharing information with you for educational purposes. So there are foreign currency. We know there are reevaluations. I covered that. Look at that 5-hour podcast. You don't even have to put it on double speed. But I've shown you many times, proof that the Kuwaiti dinar revalued and many people became wealthy in 1991. It happens. So you want to get currencies or it's good to diversify your portfolio, or get gold and silver, because gold and silver are lawful money. The BRICS bloc, more than 85% of the global population in 2022, more than 85% of the global population had joined the BRICS Union: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. In 2022, there's more of the global population that joined the BRICS coalition. They have all decided to use their own currencies and gold and silver for trade. They're now on the gold standard. Doesn't matter what your eyes see, doesn't matter what mainstream media said, I don't care. They're on the gold standard. And if you know that, you start looking for it and you'll see the proof. This is what I mean about change your perception. Okay. So you have the BRICS bloc: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and all the nations that joined beginning in 2022, and probably even before that. Then you have the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Those are Asian nations that also said they're no longer going to trade with the dollar. They're going to use their own currencies and gold and silver for trade. They're on the gold standard. In America, more than 45 states have reclaimed silver and gold by passing legislation to remove or repeal the state sales taxes from precious metals. Additionally, state after state have decided to end capital gains tax on precious metals. So if you have precious metals or you bought them, you don't have to pay a tax on it or income tax on it. That's what I mean, family. When I first started giving this information that we're all on the gold standard, and I started talking about gold in 2014, it looked like I was delusional. But in my reality, the whole world was on the gold standard. So I started saying, we're all on the gold standard. I'm standing on a gold mine in Africa, in Ghana. I saw the Chinese there mining gold. I saw Lebanon mining gold there. I saw people illegally and lawfully mining gold in Ghana. Okay, so I just started saying on Facebook, hey, the whole world is on the gold standard. And even some of my family members, you know, they didn't know. People thought I literally looked like I was the Lulu. So I was talking, we're on a gold standard, everybody. Get some gold and silver. I didn't know, you know, like really what was going on. But in my world, the whole world was on gold standard. Then what I noticed that once I started saying that, I came across a book that said, Africa is China's new continent. And in that book, it was talking about because of gold, they were mining for gold. Then I started looking at how country after country, they started making trade agreements. This was 2014, 2015, 2016. Before Trump even got in office, I started seeing people were making trade agreements. Different countries were making trade agreements. Why? Because in my reality, the whole world was on the gold standard. Okay, so I started seeing the trade agreements. Then I had a visitation from beings that were not from this dome, this plane here underneath the dome. They were from another terrain, and they called themselves the Falcons. They came to me and they told me that the New World Order and all the collapse and killing and all that the old beings had intended for humanity, that it was over and that they were here to help us. So I was like, wow, I must have manifested this. And so when I asked the main speaker, the woman who came, because it was a whole group of them that had come to me. They were brown people with long locks. They had on all white. The head was wrapped in all white head wraps. The children were flying, and it was a joyous experience. And I asked the woman, I was like, you're telling me that everything, all this enslavement is over? That was 2016, 2017. She said, yes, the enslavement is over. And you're going to be the one that's going to help raise the vibrations of the planet. You're going to tell as many people as you can that it's all over. No, the war is over. We're going to have, now you ushered in world peace and joy and prosperity. And I asked the woman, first I said, thank you. And she said, so go and tell as many people as you can. It's your commission to raise the vibrations of the planet. And I looked her in her eye and she smiled at me and I said, who are you? I said, why do you look like me? Who are you? She smiled and said, I am you. Why wouldn't I look like you? I am you. Maybe I was talking to another me from another reality that had come to tell me this. But it all started from me just saying, hey, we're experiencing world peace. The world is on the gold standard now, 2014. And do you know, after I said that, I started having experiences where I'm talking to extraterrestrial beings. I'm given a commission. Donald Trump becomes president. Then I hear about Kim Clement's prophecies that said he would become president. Then I started seeing articles that said country after country have decided to stop trading with the dollar, and they're now on the gold standard. So my sons and my daughter was like, Mom, you are very popular on Facebook because people think you're crazy because you're telling everybody that all this stuff is happening. You need to get that message out to more people and create a YouTube channel. So that's what I did. And so it didn't matter if Facebook and YouTube, whatever, they kept taking out my channel. I just kept on putting up more channels, right? Because all I know is what I'm experiencing. The whole world is on the gold standard. Do you know that once I created that YouTube channel and I kept talking about gold, and country after country started joining the BRICS bloc. Then they formed the Shanghai Corporation, and they joined their own bloc, and they all went to the gold standard. There was nobody that I knew of. There wasn't even a such thing as a patriot community or where we go one, we go all. There wasn't. Maybe there was in my consciousness, but I didn't see people talking about it. But when you change your perception, the world will come along with you. Now in America, 45 states have agreed with the Constitution for our republic that we are on the gold standard. And the last 5 remaining are slated to do so this year. I kept talking about this and talking about it, even though there were no articles to support it. Do you hear me? When I was saying that the American states have agreed to return to the gold standard, there weren't any articles that said that. But it was reality in my consciousness. I spoke it. It was a reality, and that's what happened. Do you know that when I said we're all wealthy, people were saying, I don't have gold, I can't afford gold, because that was their perception. And I said, stop saying what you can't do or what you don't have and ask yourself, how can I? And that is when a world of opportunities will open itself to you. So we just keep speaking it, then we start ushering in that beautiful reality. Then people started saving money, they started getting checks, and they realized that you can buy gold, because I told them you can buy gold for less than $4. I didn't even know that. I just said there's an affordable way to find gold. And so you know what I did? I looked for it and I found gold for $3.23 when I first said it. No, the first time I said it was like $2 and something cent. It was $3 and something. Now it's a little less than $4. Because in my reality, we were on the gold standard. In my reality, the whole world had agreed to gold. In my reality, the whole world agreed to peace. I didn't even care if Donald Trump so-called bombed 3 uranium plants that was owned by Iran. The world agreed to peace. In my reality, there's peace. There was no war. There was no bombings. It's just peace. So I'm saying all this to say, family, you create your own reality. You're all abundant. Abundance is your birthright. You're all wealthy. You're all rich. You're all prosperous. Chief, I will yield the floor for you to give your final thoughts before we get out of here, so the family can eat.
I should just be encouraged, guys. Be encouraged. Be patient and be encouraged. Keep on moving forward. Speak life, protection, wealth, and enhances over yourself. Get out there, walk with no shoes on in the grass, hug a tree. Be grateful, because redemption is here. And that's a universal reset to those that know that you have an inheritance waiting on you. It's here. I'll see you guys on the other side. I appreciate you. Love you, Dr. Kidd. Thanks for you keeping us aware, giving us the financial forecast, and give it or yourself, because it's not easy to come out here and do online, because it takes from yourself. It takes from your time away from your family. So be encouraged, family. Those of you who want to get the trust, reach out to me. Be in a rush for nothing, because the race is given to those who endure, not to those that are in the rush.
Amen. Amen. Somebody mentioned Andy. They said, watch this latest podcast. Andy is Andy Schekman, who is the owner and CEO of Miles Franklin Precious Metals Company. So for those of you that are interested and you want to get gold or silver from him, you can reach him at 952-929-7006, or you can send Andy Schekman from Miles Franklin an email at info@milesfranklin.com. Let him know that you heard about gold and silver from the Dr. Kia Pruitt Show, or you can also, and he will give you the best prices in the industry, but you can also go to your local coin dealer and get gold and silver, because they're right there. Okay, so that's about it, family. I do want to say thank you, though, to those of you who sent a Cash App over the last couple of days and or from today. And I just want to say that briefly. Let me say thank you to Sister Sheila Perkins for sending me a Cash App. You guys are sending Chief Mac a Cash App at Unity. No, at $ Alan Judah 47. Now I'm saying thank you for sending me a blessing of supporting my work at Cash App $ Mama Kia 13. And the people, MAMAKIA 13, and the people that sent me a blessing is Sister Sheila Perkins. Thank you. Joel Morissette. Thank you. Ismael, you've sent several cash apps. Thank you so much. Ismael Aziz. Gracias. Sheik, was it Sheik? Sheik Walker. Thank you so much. Chief Mac, I appreciate you. You know I love you. You always have my back. You make sure I'm covered and financially taken care of. You make sure the bills are paid. I'm so grateful for you. I love you. And I love you all. Thank you. God bless you. Michael George, you send blessings as much as you can and very often. Thank you so much, Brother Michael. Sister Carol Rashford, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Linda Tetrick, thank you so very much. Anthony Burgos, Iraq, thank you. Kimberly Banks, thank you. Norma Salazar, thank you. Who else? Let's see. Deborah Allen, thank you so much. And Dennis Perkins, and anybody else that will send something. God bless you. Heaven smile on you is my prayer. May you be blessed above and beyond all that you are able to think about. And having said that, go out and make this a great day. You've heard from Chief Mac, and my name is Dr. Kia Pruitt. I trust that we've said something to raise your vibrations and inspire you to create the most amazing, magnificent life that you desire and deserve. We love you, family.
Yeah, take care, guys.
Talk to you soon, Chief.
Okay, now.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you again. Bye, family. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Go out and make this a beautiful. Bye-bye.